So Team USA are not going to have it easy. They are not going to have it easy at all in the Olympics, especially in the women. I think they're going to have a few blowout games by 30 or 40. There's no doubt about that. They're going to have a couple of blowout games. Like, they're in a tough enough group where Germany, they're going to beat Germany by 30 in the Olympics. They already beat them by 30, and they sleepwalked to a 30-point win. They're going to beat Germany they could beat Germany by 50 in the Olympics. Germany are terrible. But this Belgium team is everything. Is everything that Team USA struggles with. It genuinely is. And I don't think people realize that how good this team is. But before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 25.1k by the end of the day. And right now we are exactly 2 subscribers off. We're 25,000, well, 25.1k, sorry, we're at 25,098. But this Germany team, so obviously Julie Van Loo is a very solid point guard in the WNBA. If you're asking me where I would rank Julie Van Loo, as a point guard, I would say, maybe I would say she's probably the 5th or 6th best point guard in the WNBA. I think Van Loo is superb. I think she's absolutely superb. But this Germany team, in Olympic qualifiers, and by the way, I think this USA team in the Olympic qualifiers might be as good, if not better, than the team they have out right now. Because you had, obviously, no Brittany Griner, but they could run faster because they had Ariel Atkins. No Aja Wilson. That's their big thing. It's like, you lose Aja Wilson, but you get in a couple more players. But you're saying, like, oh, Team USA destroyed them. Like Belgium. Whatever. But, like, you had Ryan Howard, who I also think is better than some of the players they currently had. And you also have Chelsea Gray, who is a liability. But if you're looking at this Belgium team, Belgium have Emma Messelman, who is unbelievable. You have Julie Van Loo, who is a baller. You have Julie Alamont, who I'm not entirely sure. I think, like, she's carrying an injury. I'm not sure if she's in or out of the Olympics as of right now. And I would say we'll find out a bit more about that later. Like, I'm recording this quite early. But if you're looking at these players, like, Emma Messelman is the single best player not playing in the WNBA right now. If you're not taking into account, like, Satu being injured. She is all WNBA level player. She plays for Fenerbahce. And if you want to look at how Fenerbahce, like what their team is. She was the Final Four MVP. She was the Final Four MVP of EuroLeague. I'm pretty sure, was she the EuroLeague MVP herself? Like, obviously, they won. Like, Fenerbahce won the finals against, I'm not sure, but they win every year. Like, they have Breanna Steward. They had Breanna Steward in 2023. This year, I think they had Fee Collier. So if we want to look, again, the box score for the final. You had Uzun, who plays for the Wings. Emma Messelman, 22 points. Kayla McBride, 17. Nafisa Collier had 33. So, like, this is a team where you're, like, multiple WNBA and WNBA level players. And I think she won EuroLeague MVP as far as I'm aware. With 2 WNBA All-Stars. With 2 and not only that, like, she is the WNBA's finals MVP in 2019. She was on the Eurobasket MVP. She was the WNBA Finals MVP a couple of years ago. She was a WNBA All-Star in 2022. She's won 6 EuroLeagues, 4 FIBA Super Cups. She was the EuroLeague MVP 2 years in a row. Sorry, she was the Final Four MVP in 2018, not last year. All EuroLeague first team 4 of the last 5 years. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, she is as good. If you're talking about Team USA, outside of Aja Wilson and Breanna Stewart, she is as good as any of the players. But the big thing is, it's not necessarily about the players that they come up against. Because we all know that when it comes to Team USA, if teams try to out-talent Team USA, then they never will. The issue is that what is Team USA's biggest weakness? Teams that move the ball and teams that run. Just watch how Belgium play off a miss. Off a miss. Look at how fast they break. Like, does this not look like a certain Indiana Fever team that no one seems to be able to deal with? Does this not look like a certain thing in the All-Star game that they had no idea to deal with? Hey, we talk about the pace that Caitlin Clark pushes. It's the style of play. It is how they play. Everyone is looking forward. Everyone wants to run. And you've got a lights-out shooter in Van Loo. You've got Emma Mieseman. You've got everything. But, like, you want to look. There's no need for Caitlin Clark to say, go, go, go. That is how these players play. Julie Van Loo slowed down her game because she's playing for the Washington Mystics. And it's obviously a more slowed down style of play because she's in the WNBA. But her natural instinct is to go. Like, that's why I think Julie Van Loo, why I'm like, just overpay, make sure that they can't afford to pay her. I'm like, overpay for Julie Van Loo. Like, she can run. This whole team can shoot the ball. And if you just want to look at ball movement, Team USA, this is a Team USA that were sharper than they are right now. This is a Team USA that aren't as slow as they are right now. But you can just see how many times they just get caught. Like, throughout this game, they were getting caught by plays like this. Like, this is Jackie Young or Ryan Howard. But you're looking at how they're guarding Emma Mieseman. And this is how at times they'll guard Caitlin Clark and how they guard players. This is something you get away with in the WNBA because players aren't as sharp as, especially in women's basketball, they don't play as sharp. But you see how that's guarded. Like, it is the sharpness up here that Belgium have the advantage over USA in. Like, look at that switch off right there. And this is fourth quarter, 8 minutes to go, down 4. This is a switch off. And look at this, 5 minutes to go, tie game. And, like, USA win this game on a last-second tip-in from Breanna Steward because they can out-talent teams. Just watch it just watch it as ball movement. Watch this ball movement. Look at the way the players are. Look at the way the players are moving slightly. Everyone's relocating. They're going to really struggle. This is a team equipped to beat Team USA. And, again, Julie Allemond, a lot of it is based on her health. Because Julie Allemond is a WNBA level player. I don't know how what the situation is with her, but like she is a good WNBA level guard. Like what, a couple of years ago, averaged 25 or 8.5 points a game on a not good but not awful Indiana team. Like she's a bench guard in the WNBA. That is the level of play that she's at. Nothing absolutely special, but that's probably the way. The level that she's at. And you've got a team that have just played together more. They've played together more. They play a different style of basketball. And that is why I'm like, this Belgium, if there's ever going to be a team that can go toe-to-toe with Team USA in the women's, it's this Belgium team. They are not only, like, they not only have a player that on any given day could be the best player on the floor. And that's the big thing when it comes to these is like, sometimes you just got to win with individual players and you've got a player that on any given day could be the best player on the floor. I obviously know that I'm frozen right now, but that is a big, big thing when it comes to basketball. You need that. Like if you don't, you're reliant on a team just being very, very poor. So that is an issue. And sorry, lads. But that is also, again, that's one of the big things which Belgium have is they do have a couple of players that are of WNBA level. No question about that. They also have speed. So the biggest weaknesses of Team USA are the biggest strengths of Belgium. And that's the thing is you don't have to be able to out-talent teams because styles make fights and sometimes style beats talent. Sometimes style beats ability. And that's basically what we're looking at right here is we are looking at a situation where we've got a team that has stylistically should be better than Team USA. Or stylistically play a style that can beat Team USA. They should be 30 points worse. But we've seen it from the men's. We've seen it from how much Team USA struggled to deal with ball movement, how much they struggle to deal with rotations, how much they struggle to deal with, obviously rotations on defense, with the ball being moved from side to side. And it is a communication issue, and there are much bigger communication issues in American basketball and European basketball because they're not used to it. A lot of the time they're used to give ball to best player take us home, which is fine. Like, look, that style of basketball, if it works, and it might work when you have A'ja Wilson. It might work when you have Breanna Steward. But if A'ja's having an off game, if Stewie's having an off game, if they're starting to run up and down, forcing Chelsea Gray and Griner to be off the floor, they could win. And look, what percentage chance do I give for Belgium winning? 25. I'll give them 25. And if you're talking about the men, on any given game, I would give Serbia a 25% chance of winning. Like, I would give most of the men's opponents a 25% chance. I give Serbia, Germany, Canada, and France. I give them all a 25% chance of beating Team USA in a one-off game. Outside of Belgium, no one else's chance. Maybe France, I'll give a 5% chance to. Nobody other than Belgium has a slightest chance. And the fact that Belgium have to play Team USA twice does suit Team USA. But it's not a formality. It's not a formality beating the only real threat in the history of women's basketball to Team USA.